Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's morning ramble. And today I wanted to share a metaphor. And it's one of my favorite metaphors for the thought-feeling connection. So a lot of you will know that the heart of my work is something I call the inside-out understanding. That our experience of life is created from inside to out. That we think life's coming at us. We think things are making us have the experiences that we're having. This job makes me happy. This person makes me angry. This situation scares me. But the human system is not made that way. The human system is made that we feel thought. We live in the feeling of our thinking, but we think we live in the feeling of the world. And that turns out to be ridiculously significant because so much of what we try to do in the world, so many of our strategies in the world are because we think it will make us happy or stop us from being unhappy. And if you start to see that the feeling system doesn't work that way, it just gives you incredible feedback about the quality of your thinking in the moment. You're less inclined to navigate that way or to attempt to navigate that way. It's like being in a car and instead of navigating by the GPS, trying to navigate by the radio. It's giving you noise, but it's not actually telling you about the road. And the metaphor that I wanted to share in this morning's ramble is actually another car metaphor, and it's the check engine light. So if the check engine light comes on in your car, I can pretty much promise you that you don't think it's giving you feedback about the road. It's not, the check engine light doesn't come on because you're on a bumpy road. It can come on regardless of what road you're on. It's not giving you feedback about the direction you're going, about your destination. The check engine light coming on doesn't mean you're on the wrong track. It doesn't mean that's not the road to Kansas or wherever it is that you're trying to get to. It's just telling you there's something up with your engine. The check engine light does not tell you what's going on in someone else's car. It's just telling you there's something up with your engine. Well, our feelings are like the check engine light for the human vehicle. They're giving us direct feedback about what's going on in our system, in our mind, in our consciousness, in our thinking. They're not telling us anything about our situation in the world, whether we're on the right track or the wrong track. They're not telling us anything about what's going on with other people. They're direct feedback about what's going on in us. And so if you find yourself, I was speaking with somebody this morning and they were very frustrated at how angry their kid was. And I pointed out that the frustration wasn't telling them about their kid. It was telling them about their thinking about their kid in that moment. And they saw that. And they settled down and they suddenly had new insights into how to be with their kid. I talked to somebody else who was struggling to make a decision about a career path because, well, I've been burned before. I've made bad decisions in the past and I just don't want to go through that again. And when I asked what it was that they had gone through, they shared about how unhappy they were and how stuck they felt. And I pointed out that feeling of unhappiness, that feeling of stuckness, was like a check engine light. It was telling them about their thinking, not about their situation. And to try and make a better life decision to avoid a feeling that's actually telling you about your thinking would be like trying to decide where to go on holiday based on which destination you thought would get the car to put the check engine light on or not get the check engine light to come on. It's a completely different mechanism. Our feelings are foolproof guidance for how we're feeling. And just noticing that will start to guide you back towards more and more of our natural well-being, the natural good feelings that come with being alive. And there's nothing you have to do about them. But if you don't attribute them to things outside you, to circumstances or to other people, or as if they're somehow giving you important information about being on the right path or not on the right path, you'll find they work amazingly well, like a warmer, colder signal, guiding you back home. Have fun, learn heaps. Talk to you soon.